Thompson and Castro played in the Team USA under-19 squad and won. So they're bringing that over, and they have a pretty easy non-conference schedule. And if they can get 8-9 wins going into conference play and get some momentum, that'll help. But I don't think they're going to get higher than 5th place, and they're going to miss the tourney, I think.
Yeah, no, I look at the Pac-10 it is completely down conference this year. Every team in the Pac-10 lost players either the NBA or just through graduation. The only teams that really are returning a lot and have a core there is UW and Cal. And after that, I think it's every team's in the same position. They're young, they have to gel, they have to adapt to new things. There's 3 new coaches in the Pac-10 this year, so it really comes down to Ken Bone. I mean, he has a core group of players, most athletic group to come in here at WSU in probably ever. I mean, it really is. Klay Thompson is a great player, and so if Ken Bone can make this defense that is changing, trying to force more turnovers, get out in fast breaks, score more points, if the offense works, and he can get this team to gel, I think the ceiling is 3rd place. I mean, I really think they could get as high as 3rd place if the team gels faster than the rest of the Pac-10 teams, and he can get the team to win on the road. Because that's the key. I mean, you have to be able to win on the road in the Pac-10. You're going to have a lot of hard games. So if he can win on the road, I think they can go as high as 3rd.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for Friday to see this, high-powered offense and see what they're capable of and see these young guys show what they have.
I got to go with Jeff on this one. I think there's a lot of potential for this team, and the Pac-10's wide open, so I'm going to give it to Jeff on this one. So 3rd and final topic. Northwestern took Iowa out of the BCS title picture last weekend. Which team in the BCS title contention is most likely to get upset as well? Mr. Cecil.
Well, thankfully, Iowa is no longer in the picture because they struggled all year, and finally they get that loss, to end their title hopes. But when I look at the schedules of the teams that have title contention, I see Alabama at Auburn on November 27th. It's the Iron Bowl. It's a rivalry, so Auburn's going to be wanting to play tough. They're 6-1 at home. And they have a very efficient quarterback, 17 TDs, 3 interceptions, Todd, and Ben Tate rushed for 1,100 yards so far. And their offense is ranked 12th in yards and points per game in the nation. I think that Alabama, if they're looking past Auburn to the SEC title game, they're going to watch their title hopes slip away too.
Yeah, I mean, Auburn is a good team, and they have a chance of beating Alabama, but I don't see it as a likely thing, and I don't think it's very likely that they'll get upset until or lose until they play an SEC championship game. The team that I look at that's in the most trouble is Cincinnati. Cincinnati has 3 games left. All 3 of them, they could lose. 2 of them, they realistically, are going to be in a dogfight. They're playing West Virginia. That team still knows how to run the ball. Very dangerous team. And then their final game at number 12 Pitt. There's no way they get through both those games. I think Cincinnati is definitely due for an upset. They've been playing close game after close game. They just haven't looked as elite as those top 3 teams in Florida, Texas, and Alabama. And so I think Cincinnati will fall and be a BCS busted team.
Yeah, Cincinnati. When's Tony Pike coming back is a question. If they don't have him, I don't see them doing that well. And then TCU is ranked 4th in the BCS, and they have Utah this weekend. And Auburn, they're a good team. They're used to upsetting teams of Florida in 2006, and they've won the last 3 Iron Bowls at home. So I'm anxious for that game.
Yeah, it should be a good game. I see Cincinnati losing before.
Yeah, there's a lot of history in the Auburn-Alabama rivalry, and Auburn's won the last 3. I think it's going to be a real good matchup. So I'm going to give that one to Zach and the match to Zach. So yeah, pretty much that's going to wrap up this week's edition of Face Off, and I'm going to toss it back to the studio.
Thanks, Nero. We're going to take a quick commercial break, but when we come back, we'll have an interview with wide receiver Jared Carstetter. Stay tuned.
And welcome back to ITL. Due to technical difficulties last week, our interview with Cougar wide receiver Jared Carstetter was cut short. Here's our Jill Winters with the Cougar standout receiver.
Jill Winters, and I'm here with Jared Carstetter, wide receiver for the Cougar football team. Jared, Saturday you went up against Notre Dame. This is a chance for you guys to travel to San Antonio, play at the Alamo Dome, and play on national television. What was that experience like as you led up to the game and actually playing in the game?
It was exciting going over there and playing in a big venue like the Alamo Dome, and it was kind of a neutral site. And so there was quite a few Notre Dame fans, but the Cougs were strong too over there. So it was a lot of fun, especially at the beginning of the game. The game was a little disappointing in itself, but it was a good experience.
So there were a couple positives from this game, even though the team lost 40-14. There are some good plays where you actually connected with true freshman quarterback Jeff Toole on 2 touchdown passes. One of those passes, it looked like Toole kind of threw the ball up, and you were able to use your 6'4" frame, jump up, get the ball, and bring it down into the end zone. What type of advantage do you have being 6'4" and a wide receiver?
I think obviously just having a bigger body definitely helps, but it's a lot more timing with Jeff that's more important than the size or what kind of route I run to. It's just we're starting to get a little bit of a rhythm with each other, which helps a lot.
How do you think Jeff Toole has overall been able to adjust as the starting quarterback?
Oh, he's done great. For a true freshman, I think I was watching some, there's maybe 5 in the nation that are starting right now, true freshmen. So for him to come in here and play as well as he's played, it really says a lot about Jeff.
What are your expectations for him in the future here as a starting quarterback and for next season?
I think he'll do good. He's a good competitor and he works hard every day. So I'm excited for the future of the whole team. And I'm sure Jeff's no different.
Well, that's all we have for this edition of ITL. I'm Dominic Sheldon.
Thanks for tuning in. I'm Riley Corcoran.
See you next week.